Hi everyone. So I was going to put another video out about the use of supplements when it comes to health and training. I was going to do this at the end of the week, but I've decided to do it now because I've had a few emails from people since my last video, just asking about some of the products that I mentioned and kind of making the most optimal nutritional breakfast. And also I went to a talk last night all about sports nutrition and the use of supplements, so I wanted to do this while a lot of it's still fresh in my head. So, oh, and something else I wanted to clear up as well. It was pointed out to me in my introduction video that I said I was doing a half marathon. I'm not. I am doing a real life full-on 26-mile marathon. So yeah, just to clear that up. So before we start looking at kind of particular supplements and what to use, I just kind of wanted to cover, why we need to supplement and why it's important. So we eat very differently to our ancestors 100 years ago, and our food is very different. We didn't need to supplement 100 years ago like we do now. And you'll see a lot of stuff in the press. You might have seen a lot of information about vitamin D over the last year, and that's because the lack of vitamin D is becoming a real problem in this country. The fact that we've got the return of rickets in this country is just absolutely insane. But vitamin D is the sunshine vitamin, and clearly in the UK we're not getting enough sunshine. So there's certain vitamins and minerals that are very difficult to get from food alone. Vitamin D is one of them, but they're vital for our health. Another example is magnesium, which is a really, really important mineral. And the Earth Summit report in 1992 showed that our soil has been massively declining in its mineral levels in the last 100 years, and this is due to modern day farming methods. The soil isn't given time to rest. So I often will meet people that I can tell have a deficiency in certain minerals, especially magnesium. They'll often complain that they suffer with cramps, that they struggle with sleep, that they crave chocolate, and they might kind of have that jittery leg thing and just not be able to relax. And that's because magnesium is the mineral in the body that really helps the body to relax. It's essential for joint health. People talk about calcium. Calcium's absolutely important, but the body can't use calcium without magnesium, and it also needs vitamin D to utilise calcium properly. So all these vitamins and minerals, they kind of work together, and it's important to have a full spectrum in your nutrition. So taking something as simple as a multivit can really help to bridge that gap between where your diet is and where it really should be for optimum health. So I covered some products in my breakfast video. I just wanted to say about the coconut oil, the chia seeds and the wheatgrass. I personally like to get those from there's a local organic shop where I live that sell that stuff, which is great. Or you can get it online, but when you do buy it, make sure you really go for quality and you get organic where possible, because you do get what you pay for, and it's important to get the best quality products, when it comes to kind of supplements and things like that. So in my video, I talked about a couple of things that I add in for breakfast. One of them being a protein powder, hopefully you can see that. We need protein for growth and repair. Every cell in the body requires it, so it's especially important if we're training for an event, but just important anyway for good health. If you want good hair, skin and nails, you need lots of good quality protein. And if you're exercising and you want to build lean muscle, you need good quality protein, and if you want to recover from exercise, you need good quality protein. So we're supposed to start our day with protein. The protein that I use is a vegetarian based protein. I'm not a massive fan of a lot of the whey protein products in the market. They tend to have a lot of bulking agents and they're not necessarily designed for nutrition. If you look at the ingredients on some of the high street stuff, you'll be amazed at what goes in there. The supplement industry is not well regulated, so a lot of the kind of high street cheap products are cheap for a reason, and when you look at the ingredients you'll understand why. So this is all kind of natural, it's all based, there won't be an ingredient on here that you won't recognise as food, and I think that's really, really important. And it's amazing for helping to balance the blood sugar levels, balance hormones, get the metabolism working. It's fantastic for weight management, and again, really, really important for that growth and repair. So that's the protein. And then TNT stands for, turn that around, stands for Total Nutrition Today, and it's a massive multivit. So I don't have a multivit and mineral, I have this, because a serving of this is the equivalent nutrient content to a kilo of organic fruit and veg. You're going to struggle to get a kilo of organic fruit and veg into your diet every day. So this is an amazing multivit. It's also very high in fibre. It's something I've really learned from working with clients over the last 12 years, is that lots of people are very constipated. It's really common. If you are constipated, you're not going to feel good, your energy levels won't be good, you'll probably have skin problems, other health problems, and sometimes quite serious health issues. We're supposed to go to the toilet every day, we're supposed to eliminate every day. If you're not, then there will be a problem. So, really think about upping your fibre. But it's got to be really good quality fibre, and TNT will give you that. So, the company that I use as a health and fitness professional is a company called Nature's Sunshine. The reason I use them is because they are the industry leader when it comes to organic quality supplements. There's a massive spectrum when it comes to quality of supplements, just like there is food. When the whole horse meat scandal happened, I wasn't at all surprised because, if you're going to pay 85p for a lasagna, what do you think is in it? It's not going to be quality British beef. And unfortunately, the supplement industry is not well regulated. Just like, to be honest, our food industry isn't as well regulated as it should be, as we're discovering now. So you can go and buy a high street multivit for less than £1. Well, if you're going to buy cheap, you can expect cheap results. There's a big difference between a synthetic, chemically made multivit that isn't made by a nutrition company. It's kind of just put together by a marketing company that stick their label on it. The body will not recognise this as food. It won't do anything with it. You are literally throwing your money down the toilet. So you'll often get stories in the paper, normally the Daily Mail, about why supplements don't work. Well, in most cases I agree with them. In most cases supplements don't work because they're the synthetic chemical variety. There's a massive difference between having that and an organic food-based product, which is what Nature's Sunshine is. Everything Nature's Sunshine do is organic, it's food-based, and the quality is absolutely superb. So you will get results, you will feel different. You will have improvements in how you look, energy levels, how you feel, how you recover after exercise. I always say to people, if you're taking supplements and you're not noticing a difference, stop taking them because you should be. They also offer a 9-day money-back guarantee on everything that they do, which is really cool. So, and it's important as well to kind of start your day with a really good dose of nutrition, and the two together are like a powerhouse of nutrition, because if you've got adequate vitamins and minerals in your diet, a lot of your cravings will go. If ever you crave anything, it's a sign that you're lacking in something. So rather than trying to be disciplined and have willpower and be on a strict diet and all of this stuff, which we know diets don't work, if you put good nutrition in the first place, the cravings will naturally go. It's like if you crave lots of bad fats, it's a sign that you're lacking in good fats. If you up the essential fats in your diet, the cravings for the bad fats will go. On that note, another thing that I take every day is omega-3. Everybody should increase their essential fats. Essential fats are called essential because they are essential for health. So every cell in the body needs good fats. Good fats act as like brain foods. They're really good for concentration, for memory, for balancing moods. They're also exceptionally important for good joint health, so for cushioning, protecting and lubricating the joints. If you want good quality skin, take omega-3. It will make a massive difference. It makes a difference to the kind of the quality of the skin. It really helps with skin conditions. It also helps with collagen production. So, elasticity in the skin is really, really important. And it's really key for heart health, and also from a weight management point of view. Omega-3 will help to stop you craving the bad fats, and also help to switch off the fat storing genes, switch on the fat burning genes. If you're after kind of weight loss, I'd absolutely recommend, and dropping body fat, really up your omega-3. I personally don't eat fish, I'm allergic to it, so I have at least 4 of these a day. If you do have good quality oily fish, at least a few times a week, then you probably only need 2 a day. And when it comes to omega-3 products in particular, quality is really, really important. Lots of people take cod liver oil. The only reason that's so heavily promoted in this country is because we have an abundance of it in our ocean, so it's cheap. But when we think about it, it doesn't really make sense. Cod is a white fish, so therefore they have to extract the oils from the liver. The liver is a toxic organ, so it's a really poor source of omega-3, and a lot of the products on the high street that have been tested recently, the levels of mercury are really high. I know a couple of like really well-known companies that had to withdraw their cod liver oil from the shelves after the whole nuclear disaster in Japan because toxicity levels were far too high. So Nature Sunshine get their omega-3 from fresh water, oily fish, and it's extracted from the fleshy part just under the skin, and they test for radiation, and the levels of the potency of the product is incredibly high, so you are getting a really good quality, effective, safe fish oil. So the final thing I take on a daily basis, and I've taken these for the last 3.5 years, so I've taken these prior to doing my marathon training. One of my favourite things, antioxidants. So why do we need antioxidants? You might have heard of antioxidants a lot in the press. We know that certain foods are very high in antioxidants, so we hear about things like goji berries, green tea, red grapes, so like red wine, chocolate in its pure form before it's tampered with, cacao, and some of these foods are very high in antioxidants. And in a very basic, simple term, what antioxidants do is they put a protective coating around our cells to help to protect us against free radical damage. And what free radicals do is they basically make our cells unstable and they cause inflammation in the body. So where do we get free radical damage from? Well, we get it from smoking. If you're a smoker, you absolutely need to up your antioxidants because you are causing a huge amount of free radical damage in your body. We also get it from processed food, caffeine, alcohol, barbecued food, fried food, sunbeds, and it's the one downside of exercise, free radical damage, because the more we exercise, the more kind of oxidative stress we're causing in the body. So as a runner, it was quite important for me that I didn't want to kind of age prematurely from running. I didn't want to have joint problems. I also didn't want to be kind of sore all the time from the training. So antioxidants are really key when it comes to that. So Zambrosa is proven to be the world's most potent antioxidant product. We have lots of celebrities that use Zambrosa, which I can't name, but they use it because it is proven to be the world's most potent antioxidant product. And its key ingredient is a fruit called mangosteen. So it's got things like goji berry and green tea and all the well-known antioxidants in there, but it's got something in there called mangosteen. And mangosteen, the skin of the mangosteen fruit, it's found in Southeast Asia, is one of the most antioxidant-rich foods on the planet. So to prevent against free radical damage, and free radical damage causes inflammation in the body. Inflammation is the root cause of many diseases. So for me, having a shot of Zambrosa in a day, it tastes amazing. I just keep it in the fridge. It's almost like my health insurance. I want to do what I can to prevent disease. I also don't want to age prematurely. You can use all the best kind of skincare products in the world to prevent aging, but if you've got a lot of kind of free radical damage happening, it's not going to make the difference that you want it to make. You've got to also tackle this stuff from the inside out. Also incredible for the immune system. Something I was learning about last night was how kind of marathon runners and people that compete in these big sporting events will often get really ill either just before a marathon or just after. It's because you're putting the body under a huge amount of stress and the immune system is weakened. Zambrosa is incredible for strengthening the immune system. So lots and lots of benefits of having lots of antioxidants in the diet, and Zambrosa will absolutely help you to do that. Okay, so the final two things that I've added in since doing the marathon, and I'm really grateful because Nature Sunshine is sponsoring me in products to do the marathon, which is brilliant. The first thing is Everflex. Again, as a marathon runner, I didn't want to be one of those runners that kind of had their knees strapped up. I wanted to get through the marathon pain-free, and I don't want it to cause any long-term joint problems. So omega-3 is key for that. But also Everflex is a specific supplement designed for the joints. It's got high levels of MSM, chondroitin and glucosamine, all in the perfect quantities to really give the joints the kind of nutrition that they need. So it helps protect the joint, cushion the joint. It can actually help to rebuild cartilage. So I've never taken it before. I've never had joint problems, but I have used Everflex with clients over the years that have had joint problems. It's really worked for them and made a difference. I'm kind of taking it for prevention, and I don't feel any different taking Everflex. But what I will say is I've not had so much as a twinge in my knees. I've had no problems with kind of hips, anything like that. I've been completely fine. And again, I want to get through this marathon pain-free and without any problems. So I've added Everflex into my program. And the final thing, as a marathon runner, I didn't want to kind of be one of those runners that had nasty sugary energy drinks attached to them just to get them through a race. They taste revolting. I've tasted them before. I'm not even going to say what they taste like. They're just vile, full of sugar, full of chemicals. And, you know, sugar plays no role in our diet. It's actually very harmful. I still have sugar in my diet. I don't add it to tea or coffee or anything like that, but sugar is found in a lot of things. But I certainly minimise the sugar in my diet, and I definitely wouldn't have sugary energy drinks. You know, they can kind of affect fat metabolism, they can damage the joints, and you know, they can give you a big spike of energy, but then you get a crash and you've got this roller coaster happening. So what I have instead is Solstick. It's cheaper than energy drinks. You just add it to your water. It's got a really nice citrusy taste. And it's got 4 main ingredients. So it's got green tea, guarana, yerba mate, and also a big dose of B vitamins. So green tea, guarana, and yerba mate are kind of natural forms of caffeine. And we need B vitamins when we exercise because our body is really depleted in B vitamins when we exercise. So it will give you an energy boost, which will last for around 4 hours, and then it just tapers off so you don't get the crash. So when I've done long distance runs, I have just one of these beforehand. I'm completely fine. I've still got loads of energy when I get to the end of my run. In fact, what I do when I'm doing a long run is I'll mix the Solstick with the TNT. The two together taste really good, and again, it's slow release energy, and for me, that really helps to get me through a long run. So hopefully that's been useful. There's a link at the bottom of this video to my website, which is skinnyherbs.com. I've listed the products I've talked about in my favourites, so they're really easy to find. If you wanted to order anything, it's free to register as what's called a direct customer. It means you will get the products at a cheaper price, and also you will have access to my kind of expertise and my help if that would be useful. So thank you very much for listening, and thank you to the people that have sponsored me so far. I'm really grateful. And again, if you would like to sponsor me for my massive 26 marathon, I would really appreciate it. Thank you.